So before we go off the air here, just a very brief, in a nutshell review of Lucha Underground from last Wednesday from January 27, 2016. Great show. I mean, I miss this show so much, man. I know it takes some time out of my schedules. It's only an hour, but it's another show that, not that I have to watch, but I watch a lot of wrestling every week just to review it for my website and because I enjoy it. I'm not going to, I didn't watch the most recent, one night only pay-per-view from TNA just because I didn't really care about it. I didn't really feel like it was that necessary, but I do review NXT, Lucha Underground, and Ring of Honor every Wednesday now. I have, I did it last summer and it was a lot, and thankfully TNA moved to Tuesday, so it's not 4 wrestling shows in one night, and now as opposed to 3. I like that a lot more. So I watched Lucha on Wednesday night, right after NXT, as soon as it was uploaded online. It was a really good show. And I've said it before, I'll say it once. I've said it once, I'll say it a million more times. If you've yet to check out the promotion, and you don't really like that Lucha Libre style, or you feel like it's not really your cup of tea, you're just saying that just because you saw, based off the previews that you've seen, watch one episode. That's all I ask. All I ask. Watch one match. Watch Vampiro and Pentagon Jr., or Prince Puma versus Johnny Mundo, all night long match from last season, or Mil Muertes versus Prince Puma. All those matches were great, and they have a lot of great storytelling, and things make sense. If you're as aggravated as I am at times with WWE for their lack of consistency in storylines, watch Lucha Underground. They have some of the best wrestling and the best storylines in the planet. Yes, albeit there's a lot of shit about the promotion that makes no sense. Like, realistically, like people dying and getting murdered, that's, again, might not be your cup of tea, but check out at least one episode. You might enjoy it a lot like I did. I didn't think I was going to like it. I watched one episode. I watched the debut episode. Fucking loved it. I've watched every episode since. This episode was no different. King Cuerno beat Phoenix to win the Gift of Gods Championship. A bit of a surprise, but hot wave kicking off the season. Eve Elise won the triple threat match to determine a new number 1 contender. I know, like, a women in the intergender matches they're not really my cup of tea either, but Eve Elise is a great talent. I'm not really too fond of Sexy Star. She's good. I don't really like the fact that she beat Pentagon Jr. at one point last year, the most over person in that promotion. But Eve Elise is a fucking badass. So for her to be mixing up with the women, or rather the men, is not too bit of a stretch. It's not too much of a stretch. And this was a really good match with Son of Havoc and Angelico, her tag team partners, the former Trios tag team champions, and earned a title match immediately after that bout against Mil Muertes, who won the Lucha Underground Championship on the season finale of last season back in August. And a really, really good match. I mean, Mil Muertes is a monster, but Eve Elise got her hope spots in. He dominated the most of the match, but whenever she got offense in and almost pinned him for a 3 count, the place went nuts. So like I said, the dynamic, the intergender stuff might not be your cup of tea, but if there's any one intergender match that they've done, which I think has been a great example of how it can work, it's this match. I could do without them taking chair shots and shit to the face, like they did in the first or second episode of last season with Sexy Star and Chavo. But I thought the use of Eve Elise here I thought was great in her match with Mil Muertes. Prince Puma came out and saved Eve Elise, so we do have baby faces that care about other baby faces in this promotion, which was nice to see, a refreshing change of pace. And then after that, Pentagon Jr. came out, who you guys know I love. My favorite star by far in this promotion. Everyone's great. There's not one wrestler I don't like. But Pentagon Jr. is far and away my favorite. The guy just reeks of superstardom. He came out, attacked Mil Muertes, hit him with a backstabber, which weirdly enough looks a lot more devastating when he hits it as opposed to Del Rio in WWE. I don't know what it is, but it just looks a lot more devastating. So he followed that up by breaking his arm, which is kind of his gimmick, and then doing the whole Seattle Miedo chant. Crowd went nuts. I love Pentagon Jr. This was a great match, great main event, great angle, great return for Pentagon. Not really a return, the whole show returned, but just a great episode overall. Like I said, if it's not really your cup of tea, just based off what you've seen from previews or just some snippets, I would recommend just put an hour of your day to the side, watch an episode, specifically this one. And if you didn't watch the first season, check out the season 1 recap on YouTube, narrated by Matt Stryker. I already kind of knew what happened in the first season. There's a lot to digest, but it was a nice, catch you up to date with what's going on in the storylines, and they are kicking off where they left off in the last season, so it's not a completely whole new season and all new storylines. There is consistency with Lucha Underground. And I keep on calling it a promotion. It's a TV show. I realize that. It is a TV show, not a promotion. They do not do live events. I mean, they do tapings and stuff, but they don't tour. They just barely started having merchandise in their website, which I might buy at some point. I do have a Pentagon Junior t-shirt that I bought from other websites, that I bought from like Masked Republic and not the official Lucha Underground website. Yeah, I think it's great. It's a great TV show. Check it out. If you have yet to check it out, do so. Start with the first episode of the third season. Or the third season's been confirmed, which is amazing. But the second season that came back last week, check that out. And I'm just highly anticipating this week's episode and the third season, which has already been confirmed. It's going to be a great time to be a wrestling fan. Whenever Lucha Underground comes on, you know you're in for a great night of in-ring action and awesome, sensational storytelling.